Okay, today is November 7th, 2017, and right now at 10:15 a.m. we have a temperature of 69 degrees in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is 47%, which is quite low given the flow pattern we're seeing right here. This is a tropical Pineapple Express flow pattern, which is coming out of the deep out of the tropics. We can see that. Here's Hawaii way over here. We have all this moisture flowing right into Southern California. All right, so despite that, we have a low 47% relative humidity. The dew point is 48 degrees. And I did mention 69 degrees is the temperature. The barometer is up at 30.12 inches. So we have higher than usual surface pressure given the flow pattern right here, which is should be delivering a lot of rain. Let's go take a look at the telecast Doppler map right now. We can see that there's really nothing getting into California right now, or Arizona, or New Mexico. Let's go back and take another quick look at that flow pattern right now. Take the grid off, and we can see that this is moving into Southern California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. And what do we see here on the maps? We don't see much of anything. There's zero rain in Southern California. Nothing except for down in the southern portion of Arizona. A little bit of rain here in northern New Mexico, and nothing in Texas. So this means there's a lot of chemtrail spraying going on over the entire Southwest and into Texas. A lot of chemtrail spraying. The chemical aerosols are sprayed above the moisture field and prevent the lift in the atmosphere, and that prevents the precipitation. It caps the atmosphere, prevents the lift. We have to have two things for precipitation: rain. We have to have moisture in the atmosphere. We have that. We've been looking at that right here. Plenty of moisture moving in, but no lift. That's because the chemtrail aerosols are sprayed high above, around 40,000 feet out here on the west coast, above the moisture field, and that prevents the lift. Up here we have three lows spinning in a pinwheel pattern. We can see a right angle forming there. These three lows are being blocked. There's some high pressure up here in the northwest. Also, this right angle is causing a lot of this moisture to peel off. We can see that happening right here, moving out to the east. This moisture should be moving, spiraling right back into that low. There's three lows. Let's take a quick look at the this is the surface analysis map. We've got three low pressures indicated in this triad of storm systems. There's actually three storms indicated here. And we've got 985 millibar for this low. We've got 992 for this low and 980 for this low. So there's three lows indicated. And these are moving, they're indicated to be moving to the southeast towards the west coast of the United States. Now offshore of California, we have a low right here. This has been squashed out by high pressure. Let's go back to the big map here in a sec. But in the meantime, we have high pressure indicated right here. This is 1,035 millibar parked over southern Canada and looks like Montana and Washington State, and that will prevent this low from moving into the northwest. We'll have to keep an eye and see what happens with this. It'd be nice if it moved down and brought us some rain. Okay, so here we are back at the northeast Pacific water vapor loop, and we can see that right angle. Let's go ahead and just stop that real quick, and you can see the imprint there. It's a pretty good, pretty well-defined right angle. Look at this in the rainbow map. We can also see that right angle as well. But notice what's happening here. It's peeling all that moisture back to the east. So we've got a satellite transmitter. This is probably microwave or laser, which is causing this imprint, and that is weakening the storm system. That's forcing heated descending air into this area, high pressure, and of course the high pressure is evident because the clockwise rotation here is pulling all that moisture out to the east. This is man-made manipulation. It's illegal. covert, these idiots on TV that report the weather, these comedians that tap dance their way through their weather reports, don't show us this detail. And of course, that the reason is obvious. And so we get treated to cartoon animated weather reports, along with stupid jokes and senseless, mindless banter. But there it is. We got a right angle right there. We can see that. That is a satellite transmitter. This is a very large area of ocean, and really the only efficient way to do this is by satellite transmitters, at least offshore. Of course, onshore we have the network of those WSR 88D Doppler radars, which are all over the country. If we take a look here at the western U.S. water vapor loop, we can see that triad of three lows spinning. We can see that right angle pretty well there. And we have the tropical flow pattern right into Los Angeles, which is right there. This is the remnants of that low. There was a giant low sitting offshore here about 5 days ago, spinning. Great big low, about a little less, smaller than this thing here. And this is what's left of it. They've squashed it out. We can see the high pressure surrounding. There's a bow in the this frontal system right here. We can see that bow. That's the transmitter, which is squashing this low out. There's very little rotation. We can see the remnants of the water vapor there being evaporated. That has been completely squashed out. And here in the southern skies of LA, we can see a lot of chemtrail haze. And that is preventing all this moisture from producing rain. And of course, this is the evidence of that right here. We have the Doppler map, which is just refreshed. And we see very little precipitation occurring. It's all offshore. Mexico is getting some rain, but notice here, there's just nothing moving in. Isn't that amazing? All that moisture, and suddenly it moves towards California and Arizona, and we have nothing to show for that, no rain. So we have criminal weather manipulation going on here. These idiots reporting the weather, these stooges, don't report this. And again, I repeat this over and over. This is the reason why we have cartoon animated weather. They will not show these details that we're discussing here. These right angles. We have jet stream flow, Pineapple Express flow right into Southern California, yet no rain. Chemtrails are being sprayed. We have no comments by the weather people. These people are being paid a lot of money, six-figure salaries. And we're being lied to. Here's the sea level pressure analysis right here. You can see that storm system right up here. There's some high pressure over here, over Montana and Idaho. Got a low indicated right down here. This has been squashed. Look at the 500 millibar. We have that storm system. We've got some squiggly lines here. This is where that transmitter is installing high pressure to block the system from moving into the northwest. We have some squiggly lines right down here as well. And here's the 300 millibar map. This is the remnants of that low pressure system. It's only showing up here as a closed low on the 300 millibar map. It's surrounded with high pressure. We saw the bow in the frontal system of this storm. That's all evident that there's a transmitter working on this low to break it down, forcing descending air into that area. It's evaporating all the moisture. And here's the jet stream right into Southern California and Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. And yet we have zero rain in Los Angeles and Arizona. This should be all full of rain through here, all the way out into Texas. So we have these people, have these weather terrorists, these people that are controlling our weather have complete control, and nothing is being said on television. Everybody remains silent. This, of course, is how Nazi Germany came to be. People were intimidated. You had the government was staging terror attacks and blaming different people for things that they were responsible for. This is a combination of weather warfare between the superpowers, China, Russia, United States, and it's weather warfare, but also when you have lemons, you make lemonade. And of course, Wall Street is making lemonade with all this weather manipulation. They've got the inside information about how our weather is going to be weeks and months in advance. And these idiots reporting the weather on television are given some advance notice of how the weather will be, but they don't have the advanced information that the Wall Street people have. That's our take on it. All right, so there it is. We have a great opportunity here for several days of rain. It would fix things immediately. Rainwater is amazing. It just, the grass just jumps when it gets rainwater. Everybody knows that. Okay, so that's it. We'll do another one later.